Hello, it's Sunday and it's a lovely day outside, and I don't know why I'm doing this right now, but I think I want to get it out of the way and go out there in the sun, go down to mum and dad, sit in the garden. I think what a week I've had this week. But before I start, I want to do one big favour to everybody out there that's subscribing and watching this video. I'm going to post a link up here for Wonderrobbie, because you know how much I like Wonderrobbie. I talked about him last week on last week's Sundays with Angel. Down there if you want to have a look. Wonderrobbie, fantastic YouTuber who has been hit very harshly. Oh, the sun's gone in. Very harshly by the YouTube things that are going on at the moment and the copyright laws, and he's doing some really good stuff, and I love him. I really do love him. And he's actually done, like, I don't know what this is, because obviously we don't have it in the UK, but there's something called the Big Gay Sketch Show. Okay, so the Big Gay Sketch Show, that's something that Robbie's he's been voted on. He's maybe like Big Brother, I don't know, but like on a comedy angle. Who knows? He has got 30 votes now. I've just voted for him. Let's see if we can get him as many votes as he can possibly can. Doesn't matter if we're not going to see it, because I'm sure that he'll then have the copyright to do that and post his one on YouTube. But let's show us all of his support. You know, all the wonderful things he's done. Let's give our support here in the UK to Wonderrobbie. Let's go and see him live on TV. We want him on there. Oh, the sun's coming out again. See, even the universe wants you on there, Robbie. So we're all going to vote for you. So what have I been up to this week? Now this week is Awaken Your Senses. Whoa. Angel has had her senses awakened. Yes, Angel has had her senses awakened, but she's also had a very strange week based on lots of different things. Work has been a bit of a nightmare, so I don't talk about work. I'm not allowed to, so I don't talk about it anyway. But it's been a bit of a nightmare. Those from work who watch this video log, you'll know exactly what I mean. We've all had it up to here, so we're really pleased that this week's over. But socially, it has been a bit of a social butterfly this week for me. I have been out and about. I went to see a brand new production, which actually came out in the UK in January, and I've noticed through doing a little bit of research that I think it started out in New York, and it's been all over the place, and it's finally made its European debut over here in the Hammersmith Theatre. And one of my colleagues who I dearly love, who does take the rise out of me on occasion because of my South East London accent, he recommended for me to go and see it and said, Angel, you'll love it. And I did. And what it was called Spring Awakening. So if you've been looking on the blog this week, you know, I'm like, oh my God, Spring Awakening, it's just so amazing. Yes, it is. It's really cool. And the only thing that I can think it reminded me of was the very first time that I ever saw Rent. When I saw Rent for the first time, it had the same effect on me. Now, this was a really bizarre musical because it's based on a play, and I have to write all this down because I wanted to get it all correct. And it's based on a play by Frank Wedekinds, who was a German impressionist. Now this is a really bizarre thing, as I'll tell you why, because I found out a bit more about him the following day, and it also ties in nicely. You know, don't you just love how the universe had synchronicity, and everybody sort of like flows together into your life when you need it. And this is what happened this week. It's just one of those bizarre things. Anyway, he was this playwright, and he lived a long time ago in 1864. Well, probably not that long ago, but it seems like that to me. And he died in 1918, and it says it all here in my little programme. I got the programme. And I've done some vlogging on it, and I've also done some look on YouTube, because obviously this play has been, this musical play now has been all over the country, all over the world actually. And there's some of the cast members have got vlogs on YouTube, which I was really excited about, so I'm going to put their little vlogs up here so you can have a look and see what they're doing. But it's basically about the awakening of these teenagers a group of teenagers from 2 different schools, and I think it's a real like Christian Catholic, I don't know if it's Catholic, but it's like religious upbringing, but they're like 2 schools, like boys and girls, and it's about their sort of sexual awakening, and it's quite dark and sinister. And the play was made and written by this guy all those years ago, and he apparently was chucked out of the church, he's excommunicated, and the play was banned because it's really quite dark, and people didn't want to hear about it. People might not want to hear about it now. And it was funny because I was talking to the guy who recommended it to me after I saw it. I said, yeah, how much I loved it. He said, yeah, but isn't it so good? The music's amazing. But did you not think afterwards how dark and sinister it was, and where they just sung all these beautiful songs, but the meaning behind them was quite deep and quite nasty, because it touches on lots of different things. It touches on abuse, it touches on children being beaten, you know, obviously the sexual awakening, homosexuality, abortion, lots of different things, and suicide, and quite dark things. And I said, yeah, it did all that, but then didn't Rent do that sort of thing with the HIV thing back in the 80s, when we all of us liked Rent and watched Rent, 80s and 90s? And he said, yeah, I suppose so, but it was just brilliant. It's done by a young theatre group, a lyric theatre. I'd never been before, and it is in Hammersmith, but the best thing is it's actually moving to the West End, so you can catch it from the 21st of March in the I think it's Novello Theatre, where Into the Hoods was playing. So if you want to go and see it, please get a ticket, because it's really, really cool. I'm not going to tell you a bit about the plot, except that's really what it is basically, but it is just amazing. The set is absolutely brilliant. It's gothic, it's very, very gothic. It's almost like repressed religious feel to it, but it's just brilliant. And the way that they do some of the things on there, oh, there's some really fantastic scenes. The set design is just amazing. The kids that are in it are amazing. The main character, one of the lead girls in it, looks a bit like Emma Watson, you know, like Hermione from Harry Potter. Bit strange and a bit weird, that one, but yeah, she did look a bit like her. I actually went with somebody, and it was his very first time he'd been to see a proper musical, and I was a bit nervous because somebody I quite like, and he was like, I'm not sure about going to the theatre, but he loved it. And if he loved it, and I'm sure everybody else will, I'd say go down and have a look at it. So the next day, I spoke to somebody about it in the Jab Drinks down at the Under 34. She'd done German Impressionism, and the guy that wrote the play was who she studied, and she'd read the book and everything, and was like, oh, I really love it. And I learned all about German Impressionism from her. She studied it at university. So fancy that. Synchronicity, eat your heart out. Don't you just love it when the universe puts everything together? I've had a great week. My name is Angel, and until next week, let's make a date of it.